Hey everybody, here we go with one more thing here starting out 2025. Took a little break, but I'm back and we're going to talk about things coming up just this weekend, things come up over the next year. Let's get started with one more thing. I'm Rusty Nelson and welcome to The Villages. Yeah, this is a channel all about the villages and I just want to say Happy New Year. I had a great holiday season, some good stuff going on, and I just want to talk about things that are going to come up this year, some things coming up this weekend, some fun stuff. You know, one of the biggest things that I like about the villages is so many things to do, and all you have to do is reach out and tap them. One of the biggest problems is finding a lot of these things. And even after being here for 3 years, I keep going, I didn't know we had that. I didn't know we did that. So that's what I'm going to do in this one is check out a few things that, it doesn't necessarily mean that I want to do them, but it's fun. The stuff, a lot of it is free. You can just go on an adventure for the day if you're not sitting around, open up the magazine and check out and see what's available, look around, and that's what I'm going to do today. So we're going to talk a little bit first about some photography stuff that's coming up this weekend that I'm personally involved in. You can come see me. I'll tell you where that is right away. Also, I decided to go see what fencing was all about. I had absolutely no idea, so I'm going to take you there up to Eisenhower. And then also a very special thing. As you know, here in the villages, there are a lot of retired military folks, very patriotic area. And we're going to go take a look at the Quilts of Valor. Now, I wasn't really sure what this was, but I knew a very good pickleball friend of mine was going to receive one of these quilts, and it's kind of heart-tugging when you go to this. Trust me on this one. And so what I want to do over the next year, hopefully, is keep trying some of these new clubs. Doesn't mean I'm going to go get involved in them totally, but if you guys have ideas, put down in the comments down below. Doesn't mean I'm going to get to them right away, but ideas of different clubs that you may like to invite me to. I'm definitely going to go see. I know the Beatlemaniacs or whatever it is. I'm going to come see them on a Friday, and I'm going to do that really soon. And put down in the comments, and I'm going to try to make a list, and I'm going to start going to these, and hopefully you guys will go out and see these different clubs because a lot of them are well worth it. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's just jump right in here and talk about the photography thing. You may have seen me do it last year. Let's talk about what's going to happen this year, coming this weekend. Here we go. Before I even get started, yeah, go Birds. We're talking Philadelphia this year, and we're almost to the Super Bowl. Fingers crossed. We just got to take care of Washington this Sunday, and so I'll take all the rooting from all the fans I got out there for the Eagles. Anyway, first thing on the agenda is the photography showcase, which there's 3 photography clubs, speaking of clubs, and one of them has a showcase, and basically all the, any of the photographers can be in there, but it's at Eisenhower, and I showed some videos from it last year. It's pretty big. I will have one corner there, a couple of tables, and showing some of my photographs. I printed up some new larger photographs for this year. So it'd be really fun to have people stop by and say hello. I'd really appreciate it. If I'm not right there at my table, that means I'm out wandering around with my camera talking to some other people while that goes on. It is free. Did I say free? One of my favorite F-letter, 4-letter words. And that is this Saturday from 9 to 3. And it is at Eisenhower, and it takes up, I think, almost all the rooms there. That's how many people are there. And I know they get like a couple thousand people going through there over the day. So please stop by. Make sure you say hello. I really appreciate it, and enjoy a lot of the work because there's some talented people there. Now, on to the next thing, and this is pretty cool, fencing. Who knew? One thing I really like about the villages is the fact that there's so much to do around here, and people that have never been to the villages really don't understand it. But I'm on my way into Everglades, and this is one of the rec centers. Now it is still partially a sales center, but some amazing stuff in here. And I'm going to just show you really quick a lot of photography in here. But I'm going to go do something that I'd probably never experience or know anything about if I wasn't living here, and that is fencing. And I guess there's a group that's going to put on something today about fencing. But anyway, this is what it's like, and a lot of photography was done by this gentleman right here. And so anyway, that's what we're going to go do today. But I figure I'd just show you around a little bit. And as most of you know, I'll be talking about photography if I haven't already on this show, because I've got my show coming up. I'm actually inside right now, and I'm going to introduce you to the person that's in charge of this. Like I said before, I don't know a whole lot about it, but that's the cool thing about the Villages. And this is
Doreen Lothar. I'm the president of the Villages Fencing Club.
And how long have you been doing this?
A dozen years.
A dozen years? And how did you get involved in fencing?
I saw an article in the Daily Sun and started taking lessons. There's a couple of us here that are original to.
So
to the
you
club.
just started this while you were here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never fenced before.
And then what is the objective of the club? I mean, what?
To have fun, to learn the sport of fencing, which is an incredible sport, a unique sport.
I think we've all watched it on the Olympics.
Oh, I hope
Yeah,
so.
pretty amazing.
We are not that fast.
Well, that's okay. But anyway, so on this, we're at Everglades, and what are you going to do here today?
Today we're going to demonstrate all three weapons, the foil, the epee, and the saber. And to the audience, and if they have any questions, we're going to show scoring points and just having fun.
And then if people want to find out more information, where would they go, or how would they do that?
We do have a website, thevillagesfencingclub.com, and in the rec news, we are listed in there. Talk of the Villages, our website is on there.
Great. Okay, I'm going to sit down and watch. This looks really interesting.
I hope you do. It is fun.
Yeah, I can tell. Everybody's happy here. All right.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. We're going to sit back and watch and see what happens.
Thank you.
Fence for women began in 1924 with foil, 1996 for epee, and 2004 for saber.
I think it's interesting that when I started fencing, which actually was way back in the 1950s, the United States was not a very big power.
The point awarded. In foil, it takes 1.1 pounds of pressure to register, and only the torso is allowed for contact in foil.
This was the attack. The counterattack was good. Touch and stuff.
I must say the place was pretty packed.
1-0. Ready? Fence.
And a lot of interest, and this stuff happens pretty quick.
Oh! That was from the right. You saw that he forward first. He made a touch.
I'll tell you what, it was like she said, they weren't as fast as the Olympians are, and they go battle it back and forth and stuff like that. I'm sure they go longer than that, but I could see where this would tend to be one of those sports that you could learn no matter what age, and it kind of keeps your skills, kind of keeps your wits about you, concentration, little coordination involved, and of course, just like many of the other things, a lot of social stuff. Everybody was there. They were willing to talk to me about it and explain stuff because I really didn't have any clue. But I do now. I learned some stuff, and definitely worth looking into, and maybe just go to one of their meetings. But you can look them up on the Fencing Club on the internet, and I'm sure they'd be glad to help you out. And fun group of people, that's for sure. Now, the next thing is something that's near and dear to my heart because it involves the military, patriotic, and that's the Quilts of Valor, which, to be really honest with you, I had no idea about that too. So I learned right along with this, and a good pickleball friend of mine was involved in this, and it was definitely touched the heart on this one. Today I am at Eisenhower Recreation Center, and if you've never been here, this is one of my favorite places to go, especially if I'm bringing guests in, and it basically deals with the military. A friend of mine that I play pickleball with, a gentleman that was in the military, is going to receive a Quilt of Valor. And I'm not 100% sure what that is, but that's the cool thing about the villages, like I say, is you get to learn all of these new things. The rec center here really quick. Hi. And as you can see, this is definitely a kind of a special place. And just really quick to give you a history on this, all the memorabilia, I guess you could call it, that's in here is actually donated by the people that live here in the villages. I actually have one of those. And maybe I'll get to show you around a little bit more. But these are pretty much all the different things that are from around here. So anyway, that's what we're going to check out to see exactly what this is all about. And you're learning as I learn. I am inside, and I'm going to talk to the person that is in charge of this. Like I said, I have no idea, so we're going to learn about this together. And okay, your name is?
Sheila Robbins, and this group that meets, we meet every Tuesday afternoon. It's called Khaki Quilters. We're one of the chapters of the Quilting Guild of the Villages. Today we're having a Quilt of Valor presentation. We make quilts for veterans, and we honor them with a quilt.
Well, okay, so the whole group, I did look on the internet, and it looks pretty big. I mean, there's a lot of different rec centers.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's like 26 chapters, I think, in the Quilting Guild of the
Just
Villages.
in the villages, right? Yeah.
And we are just one of the chapters, but I believe we are the only ones that do Quilts of Valor as a group.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
We do other charities too, but that's just one.
Right,
of them.
and what is exactly, for those that don't know, what a Quilt of Valor is?
For veterans or active duty military who have served and have been touched by war.
All right, and we're going to get to watch the presentation here
Yes,
for Bob. I'm kind of excited.
We have 8 veterans today who are going to be presented with their Quilt of Valor.
Oh, cool. And where can people go to learn about your group?
Well, for the group, you can go to quiltingguildofvillages.org, I believe it is, and we're just one of the chapters. Like I said, there's a pull down. You can look up khakis. For Quilts of Valor Foundation, for the Quilts of Valor, you can go to qovf.org, and it'll tell you all about the quilts.
Great. I'll put that up there, and good luck here.
Sure.
I'm kind of excited.
Good.
Thanks. And that's it. So we kind of learned that together, and it looks like they got a lot of stuff going on here right now. And I guess I'll wait for Bob to come and see what's going on.
Our next veteran is Lieutenant Colonel Reese. You might want to sit there for a minute, okay? You have a long history here. I'll tell you about the quilt in a minute, but Lieutenant Colonel Reese was commissioned second lieutenant and earned his wings as a navigator at Harlingen Air Force Base in 1961 as a graduate of the U.S. Air Force Aviation Cadet Program. He was transferred to Mather Air Force Base, California, and upgraded to navigate the B-52 bomber. He stayed at Mather as an instructor and transferred to Larson Air Force Base in Washington. After he completed pilot training in 1967, he transferred to Charleston Air Force Base to fly C-141s. He flew the AC-119G gunship in Vietnam. He had assignments at the U.S. Air Force Instrument and Flight Center, Randolph Air Force Base, and flying C-5A aircraft at Dover Air Force Base. His awards include Distinguished Flying Cross for heroism with bronze oak leaf cluster, Air Medal with 2 silver and 2 bronze oak leaf clusters, Vietnam Services Medal with 1 silver and 3 bronze oak leaf clusters, Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with device, Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal, Combat Readiness Medal, National Defense Medal, Air Force Commendation Medal, Air Force Expeditionary Medal, Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, and with 1 bronze oak leaf cluster, Air Force Longevity Service Ribbon with 3 bronze oak leaf clusters, Armed Forces Reserve Medal, and Small Arms Expert Marksmanship Ribbon. That's why I had him sit down. Robert Reese, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Air Force, 1960 to 1980, and you were in Vietnam. And Vietnam veterans also get an extra patch on there that says Vietnam veteran and your shirt. Wrap. And would you like to say something as you have notes here?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. It was my privilege and my honor to serve my country. I accept this quilt of valor in honor of my deceased crew, Tommy, Charlie, Andy, Joe, Bob, and Mike. May I have one more moment? I present this to the Quilt of Valor Foundation.
Thank you. I think this is one of the aircraft that you-
That is the largest airplane in the world at the time.
What a great honor for these guys. And I had a chance to speak with Bob after the presentation.
My brother put me in for this because for the first time in a long time, my brother and I got together for about 3 days on our own.
Yeah.
And he's 10 years younger than me. So when I'm 20, he's 10. Not much of a relationship. But when I was in Vietnam, he was drafted and he had a rifle in his hand.
Yeah.
He didn't come to Vietnam. And he thinks I saved his life.
Well, that's good. That's good. Quite the history you have. We're both fellow Air Force guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you flew higher than me.
Yeah, you flew a lot more than I did, that's for sure. Probably a lot more dangerous. But anyway, congratulations. What a nice honor.
Thank you, Dick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And by the way, if you ever get with this guy on a pickleball court, forget it. He's going to whoop you. Yeah, what a great honor for a great guy. Bob's a great guy. Like I said, if you ever get to see him on the pickleball court, man, look out, because he'll take you to the cleaners, that's for sure. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. That's about it. Please stop out at the photography showcase at Eisenhower, the rec center you just saw there. Really a nice place if you've never been out there to see all the memorabilia and stuff like that that's in there. And I surely would love to see it. And that's from 9 to 3. And if you want to try fencing, I'm looking forward to this year. I really want to go out and experience a lot of different things. And hopefully I can sneak Bob and Liz out to do some more restaurant reviews and may have some fun stuff in store for you with that. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me. Have a wonderful 2025. And I really look forward to seeing everybody either back here on YouTube or out in the villages. Have a wonderful, although it's awful cold down here, have a wonderful weekend.